There are 7 mental codes that wealthy people use every single day but never talk about. Once you learn these codes, the way you see money, the way you spend money, even the way you think about money will completely change. This is how you transition from a poor mindset to a wealthy mindset. Today, I'm going to reveal these 7 codes completely, and I guarantee you, after watching this video, your relationship with money will never be the same again. Hello, amazing viewers. I'm Naim, and welcome to Mental Force Lab, where we unlock the psychology behind success and transformation. Today's video might be the most important video you'll ever watch, because we're going to question everything you think about money and give you a completely new perspective. Let me start with a question. 2 people work at the same company. Both earn the same salary, but one of them is in debt by the end of the month, while the other saves money and even invests. What's the difference between them? Most people would say spending habits. But the truth is much deeper. The difference is in their minds. One operates with a poor mindset, while the other thinks with a wealthy mindset. This difference between these 2 mindsets isn't just about the amount of money. It's about their perspective on life, how they evaluate opportunities, their capacity to take risks, and even their self-belief. Let me tell you about Michael's story. He's 28 years old, an engineer, earning a decent salary. But he constantly says, "I don't have enough money." He has credit card debt. He goes out with friends on weekends and spends money, then regrets it later. One day, a new manager started at his office. David, 35 years old. He doesn't earn much more than Michael, but everything about him is different. He wears quality clothes, has complete confidence, constantly talks about new projects. He's changed his car, bought a house. Michael got very curious and gathered the courage to ask, "David, how do you do it?" "I'm constantly struggling with money." David smiled and said, "Michael, the problem isn't the amount of money. The problem is how you think about money." That's when Michael's life began to change, because David taught him the codes that wealthy people know. First, we need to understand. What are the differences between poor mindset and wealthy mindset? Poor mindset says, "I don't have money." Focuses on spending. Can't see opportunities. Fears taking risks. Blames others. Thinks wealth is about luck. Always thinks about subtraction. Wealthy mindset asks, "How can I earn more?" Focuses on earning. Sees opportunities everywhere. Takes calculated risks. Takes responsibility. Believes wealth can be learned. Thinks about multiplication. When you notice these differences, you realize that wealth is actually a mental game. Money is just the result of this game. Now it's time for those 7 secret codes. These codes are programs that operate in the minds of wealthy people worldwide. They don't even do these consciously most of the time, but these codes are embedded in their DNA. The first code is simple but powerful. Wealthy people always ask, "How can I earn more?" Poor people get stuck on the question, "How can I spend less?" To understand this difference, let me tell you about Sarah's story. Sarah is 32 years old, a mother of 2. Her husband earns an average salary and she works part-time. They're constantly cutting back. She buys the cheapest products at the grocery store, turns off electricity to save money, tells her children, "We don't have money." One day, she talked to her neighbor, Lisa. Lisa is in the same situation but approaches it very differently. "I constantly think about how I can generate additional income," she says. Lisa loves cooking, so she started taking home orders. She earns an extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Then she expanded this, and now she has a small catering business. Sarah is still trying to reduce her electricity bill. Do you see the difference? One focused on creating sources, the other on reducing expenses. Both are important, but wealthy mindset always prioritizes source creation. To apply this code, do this. Turn every "How can I spend less?" thought into how can I earn more? The second code. Wealthy people evaluate every expense through investment or expense. Glasses. Let me give you a clear example. Two friends, Alex and Ben. Both have saved $5,000. Alex says, "Ben, let's spend this money. I'll buy a new TV, you can get a motorcycle." Ben thinks, "Can this money make me earn more money?" Alex bought the TV. Ben took an online marketing course and started a small e-commerce business. After 6 months, while Alex was watching TV, Ben was earning an extra $3,000 to $4,000 per month. Same money, different mindsets, different results. Wealthy mindset knows this. Real wealth comes from being able to turn money into more money. Before making any purchase, ask yourself, can this purchase help me earn more money in the future? If the answer is yes, it's an investment. If no, it's an expense. Say yes to investments. Question unnecessary expenses. The third code is perhaps the most powerful. Wealthy people live with abundance mentality, while poor people live with scarcity mentality. This is a very deep topic. Scarcity mentality says, "There's not enough. I won't have enough. If others take it, there won't be any left for me." Abundance mentality says, "There's enough for everyone. I can get it too. Others' success isn't my loss." To understand this, listen to Eric's story. Eric is a software developer. Very talented but always paranoid. He constantly experiences fears like, "I'll lose my job. Someone else is better. I'll miss opportunities." Because of this fear, he always tries to stay safe. He can't take risks. One day, someone new joined his office, Mark. Mark is very relaxed, completely confident. "Man, there are so many opportunities in this sector. I work here and also take freelance projects. Maybe we can do something together," he says. Eric's first reaction. What if work finds out? What if clients cheat on me with someone else? Mark laughs. "Eric, there's work for everyone in this world. If you're good, clients will call you." After 6 months, Mark's income doubled. Eric is still in the same place. Abundance mentality teaches you this. Others' success isn't your loss. On the contrary, it's an opportunity you can learn from. To get out of scarcity mentality, do this. When you hear about someone else's success, instead of saying, "I wish I had that too," say, "I can do it too." The fourth code might sound mystical but is very powerful. Money is energy, and it approaches or moves away from you according to how you feel about it. Poor mindset constantly talks negatively about money. "I don't have money. This is too expensive. Rich people are bad. Money doesn't bring happiness." Wealthy mindset builds a positive relationship with money. "I deserve money. Money liberates me. I can do beautiful things with money." Let me tell you a very interesting story. Aunt Martha is 55 years old, retired. She has a very limited income, but she never complains. She always says gratefully, "Thank God, I have everything I need." One day her son asked, "Mom, you never say I don't have money. How do you do it?" Aunt Martha said, "Son, when you say I don't have money, money runs away from you. I always say, God gives me enough. Then there's always a way out." This is a very deep truth. If you constantly see money as absent, it really becomes absent. Because you can't see opportunities. You can't find solutions. Start talking positively about money. Instead of, "I don't have money," say, "I will earn more." Instead of, "This is too expensive," ask, "How can I afford this?" The fifth code. Wealthy people think long-term. Poor people think short-term. To understand this code, let me show you 2 different approaches. Short-term thinking. "I don't have much money this month. I'll take a loan. I'll think about it later." Long-term thinking. "I don't have much money this month. How can I increase my income? How can I have solved this problem 3 months from now?" Short-term thinking. "Let's have fun now. we'll think later. Long-term thinking. If I invest in myself now, I can have more fun in the future. Let me tell you Stephen's story. He's 24 years old, just graduated from university. When he got his first salary, he had two options. Go on vacation with friends, short-term pleasure. Sign up for self-improvement courses, long-term investment. Stephen chose the second option. He took English and digital marketing courses. After 2 years, he moved to a much better job. Now he can take the vacations he wants. Long-term thinking means turning today's small sacrifices into tomorrow's big gains. Before making every decision, ask yourself, where will this decision take me in 5 years? The sixth code. Wealthy people focus on creating value. Poor people focus only on making money. This is a very important difference. Poor mindset says, how do I make money? Wealthy mindset says, how do I create value? Because they know this. When you create value, money comes automatically. To understand this, listen to Marcus's story. Marcus works as a waiter. Other waiters just take orders and bring them. But Marcus does it differently. He gives detailed information about the menu to customers. He shows extra attention to families with children. He remembers customers' names. He makes small gestures. Result? Tips from Marcus's tables are 3 times more than others, because he creates value. After 6 months, the restaurant owner made Marcus assistant manager, because he increased customer satisfaction. Now, Marcus is opening his own restaurant, because he understood the philosophy of value creation. Creating value means improving others' lives. When you do this, money comes as a result. In your work, relationships, every area, ask yourself, how can I create more value? The seventh and final code. Wealthy people never stop investing in themselves. Poor mindset says, school is over, learning is over. Wealthy mindset lives as a lifelong student. To understand this code, let me tell you about successful businesswoman Angela's story. Angela is now 40 years old, owner of her own company. But the secret of her success is constantly investing in learning. Every year she allocates 10% of her income to education. She reads books. She attends seminars. She gets coaching. She goes to conferences abroad. Why do you spend so much? People ask her. Angela answers like this. The investment I make in myself gives me the highest return. When I apply what I learn to my business, I earn 10 times what I invested. Indeed it is. Thanks to a marketing training she took, she increased her company's turnover by 50%. Thanks to leadership coaching, her team started working more efficiently. Investing in yourself is the safest investment, because no one can take away what you learn. To apply this code, do this. Allocate a portion of your monthly income to developing yourself. Book, course, seminar, coaching, whatever it is, invest in growth. Now let's look at how to bring these 7 codes together, because they're powerful individually, but together they create miracles. I'm giving you a 30-day transformation plan. Days 1 to 7. Mental cleansing. Identify your negative beliefs about money. Stop using phrases like, I don't have money. Do abundance mentality affirmations. Days 8 to 14. Opportunity scanning. Where can you create value? How can you turn your existing skills into money? Research additional income sources. Days 15 to 21. Investment planning. Categorize your expenses as investment or expense. Set long-term goals. Make a self-development plan. Days 22 to 30. Implementation. Put your determined plans into action. Take the first steps. Evaluate the results. Be patient while applying this plan. Mental change takes time, but once you start seeing results, there's no going back. To show that these codes really work, let me tell you a few more real stories. Story 1. Emma. From teacher to entrepreneur. Emma is a 29-year-old English teacher. She's trying to get by on her salary, but it's not enough. After learning these codes, she realized she has a lot of knowledge about education and can turn this into value. She started giving online lessons. In the first month, she earned $500 extra income. Then, she systematized this. Now she earns $15,000 per month and is building her own education platform. Story 2. Jake, from worker to business owner. Jake is a shift leader at a factory. After learning these codes, he started investing in himself. He got occupational safety certificates, learned English. Now he has established a consulting company. He provides occupational safety consultancy to factories. His income increased 5 times. Story 3. Lisa, from housewife to online entrepreneur. Lisa is a housewife with 2 children. After understanding abundance mentality, she decided to use her time at home. She started producing handmade products and selling them online. She learned social media, did marketing. Now she earns $8,000 to $10,000 per month and has become independent from her husband. The common point of these stories, they all applied the same codes. First, they changed their minds, then their behaviors. Some mistakes can be made during this transformation process. If you know these, you can avoid making the same mistakes. Mistake 1. Expecting results too fast. Mental change takes time. Impatience is the biggest enemy. Celebrate small progress. Mistake 2. Being influenced by environmental negativity. Don't pay attention to comments like, "You've become an entrepreneur too." Stay away from toxic people around you. Mistake 3. Trying to change everything at once. Apply the codes one by one. Excessive load causes mental resistance. Mistake 4. Not investing in education. Don't say, "I already know." Continuous learning is vital. Mistake 5. Not taking action. Just watching isn't enough. You must integrate these codes into your life. These 7 codes form the foundation of wealthy mindset. But remember, knowledge is power, but only when applied. What you need to do now: take notes of these codes. Determine which areas you need to improve yourself in. Start applying the 30-day plan. Track your results. Continue learning continuously. This video can be a turning point in your life, but only if you don't just watch, but apply. Wealthy mindset is a life philosophy. It's much deeper than making money. It gives you power in every area of life, in your relationships, in your career, in your personal development. When you integrate these codes into your life, not only your financial situation will change, but also your self-confidence, your quality of life, and even the value you give to the people around you. Because wealthy mindset is not just about taking, but also about giving. As you create value, as you improve others' lives, you experience more abundance yourself. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like it. Share in the comments which code you like the most, and share this valuable information with others, because knowledge multiplies when shared. Don't forget to subscribe to Mental Force Lab, because your mental transformation journey is just beginning. We produce new content for you every week. Now go and apply these codes. Develop your wealthy mindset, because the abundant life you deserve is waiting for you. And remember, wealth starts in the mind first, then becomes reality in life. See you soon. Take care of yourself.